Good morning, Kyle Gibbons, Operations, the Oregon Department of Forestry, Team 1 on the Lane 1 incident. So, operational briefing for August 17th. We're currently sitting still at right around 25,000 acres and 42% contained. So as we can see on the map, we've added some black line to the map over the last several shifts. So meaning we're feeling fairly confident about the perimeter in these areas. And then we continue to work those and have crews mop up and push in. So a little bit of a transition coming with the weather on this incident. So in this area we have some systems coming through, shower. So there's some thunder cells that are in the forecast with lightning, and then also possibility of some heavy winds that could also affect the fire, and then possibility of hail. So the possibility is kind of endless as far as the weather goes. And so basically what our plan is, so we'll have resources that'll be working on the fire, and then we'll adjust as things change. So we're currently sitting in a pretty good position. We've started to work in from the perimeter, so we have quite a few resources that we would be able to pull off if we start getting hit with lightning in the local area. So the local districts would call, so we call those IA resources, so for initial attack. So that would include dozers, tenders, hand crews, engines, and then also air support too if we need it. So that would be kind of our primary focus today, would be to assist others if we pick up additional fires in the local area. And then as far as, you know, if we do get some heavy winds on the fire, we have some plans in place, or if we start getting hail to you know, get people in safe locations, and then kind of take a tactical pause. So working around the map, where the black line is, we're currently sitting 100 to 200 feet of mop up, so not a lot of heat right along the perimeter. We continue to grid that with crews, and then utilize water sources, engines, hose lays to mop up those hot spots. And then working around some of our areas where we don't have the black line on the map on this west side would be where we had some unburned pockets. So the fuels, different arrangement of fuels in these areas, so they didn't want to clean up very well. And so it's taken quite a bit longer to get in there, mop up that heat in what we're calling like dirty burn areas. So we continue to focus on this area here on the west side and try to secure that perimeter even better. And then working around down into Division Papa, very similar. So there's just a couple spots where it's kind of our heavy focus area, and then other areas where we continue to just grid through. And then once we get over into Division Lima, same thing. We've started to get quite a bit of depth off this road system. So over the last several shifts, we were working with helicopters or UAS, so drones, to help build the depth in this area as far as lighting some fire to get a little bit more of a burnt perimeter around there, in case we do get some winds and some alignment in these canyons. And so we're feeling pretty confident there, and then we just continue to try to mop up from that road system or that fire line in this area. And then working to the north up by the Bohemia mine area, crews are getting in, and we're starting to get access open into some of the mines that were in the interior of the fire. So trying to get access in there and then secure those structures that were saved in those areas. So that'll be going on over the next several shifts, and we've been working on it for the last several days as well. So, and then working around, things continue to look good, and we just continue that very similar process. So it's a lot of rinse and just, you know, repeat the same tactics at this point, and then just kind of push in and focus on securing that perimeter. So we don't anticipate any control issues on the fire at this point. Even with some predicted winds this afternoon, we feel like we're in a pretty good spot, and then we'll just see what the weather does and if it helps us out at all. Thank you.